Hi, everyone. I'm Mark Rosenthal with you on this Sunday afternoon down in the weather lab, the weather dungeon. I sort of sound like Lloyd Lindsay Young. You remember Lloyd Lindsay Young in New Jersey, Secaucus, New Jersey? He was on a TV station, I think, back in the 80s. He'd come on at noon and go, "Hello, Secaucus, New Jersey." Good stuff. Those are the good old days when weather people had personalities, but not anymore. All right, Mark, stop. Stop whining. Here we go. Here is the deal in terms of the weather headline on the upcoming storm. Snow starts before noon tomorrow. I think the worst of the storm is 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon through about 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. And then it's fait accompli in terms of any meaningful accumulating snow in Boston, although I still think Tuesday will be stormy with some wet snow, could be mixed with some sleet and rain, but not a big deal after about 8, 9 o'clock Tuesday morning. And we will, I think, mix with some sleet and rain along the coast. Still trying to pinpoint that exact rain-snow line, going to be very important. Northeast temperatures as of about 2:30 this afternoon. It's cold in Boston, about 22 here, 25 in Providence, mid and upper 20s over the Cape, even some 20s up around New Hampshire way, Seacoast, Portland, Maine. But then we hit the teens from northern and central Vermont, points north up into northern Maine, and still close to zero in eastern Canada. So certainly plenty cold as we start the storm for snow. Latest national satellite loop shows a big whirlpool of air here, upper air low pressure area back in the Ohio Valley with surface low pressure south of Chicago, and all this is going to be translating to a new storm developing on the mid-Atlantic coast over the next 12 to 18 hours, and this is going to take over the main circulation as it heads off to the northeast, probably passing southeast of Nantucket. National map. Remember the days we used to show the national map on TV? The news directors would go nuts. Don't show those national maps. All right, I'm going to show a national map. We have low pressure south of Chicago in this position. Can I get my little tool to work here, so to speak? And then already we see a little secondary low trying to jump the mountains here in Georgia. We have cold, high pressure in eastern Canada to set the stage. So this storm's going to truck east and again redevelop around the Delmarva Peninsula over the next 12 to 18 hours. The storm moves south of New England by late Monday into Tuesday. National radar loop shows snow getting close. At least it's snowing aloft. Back through central Pennsylvania, almost looks like into New Jersey. During the next couple of hours, it will reach the ground there. Still snowing in Chicago. Then we have snow back in portions of Indiana and Ohio with rain to the south. Large area of heavy rain and thunderstorms now from Chesapeake Bay all the way down to the Carolinas into Georgia as well. So all this moisture stream is going to be coming into that Arctic air, and boy, oh boy, it's going to snow. So let's look at the weather map. At about noontime tomorrow, we have an intensifying storm situation about 200 miles south of Long Island. And I'll tell you, it's really not going anywhere anytime fast. Cold, high pressure in eastern Canada. Okay, and then as we look at the next map, at about 9 o'clock tomorrow night, low actually sort of drifts west, continuing to intensify slowly. There seems to be a little breakaway low trying to get organized here as well. I think that's going to keep the wind more northeast in Boston, perhaps holding the low-level cold air in. I think in Boston it's a heavy, wet, pasty snow, temperature 31, 32, maybe 33 degrees, but not much colder than that. Once you get the 495 area and beyond, it's probably staying in the upper 20s. By 9 o'clock Tuesday morning, look, storm is still here. And we still have that breakaway low out here. And I think the heaviest precipitation is going to be ending in Boston. I think there's going to be a dry slot coming up from the south. And I think the heaviest precip will be shifting north and northwest of us, still getting blasted in the coast of Maine through portions of New Hampshire. But I think from Boston south, the heaviest precipitation is over by or before 9 o'clock Tuesday. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'll still be stormy Tuesday, occasional wet snow bursts, maybe mixed with a little sleet and rain. And by 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, the low pulls away east-southeast of Nantucket, a cold north wind, maybe some light snow drying out a little bit. There could be some small additional accumulation. The other deal is the wind from the northeast could gust 50, 60 miles an hour along the coast. Okay, I've been showing snowfall maps of the models for the last several days. Now it's time to man up and make my own snowfall totals. And I'm thinking from Rockport and Gloucester in the city of Boston down to Brockton, probably 6 to 12. I'm giving a range. Don't just focus on the high number. That's why we give a range, 6 to perhaps as much as 12 inches. I do think some sleet and rain will be involved along Rockport, Gloucester, Boston way. When you get to Plymouth County, 4 to 8. Even on the Cape, I think they're going to get a healthy burst of snow. 3 to perhaps as much as 6 inches there. Then it goes to rain, and the rain goes up to Plymouth. But I think once you get to 128 and beyond, we're looking at a solid range of 8 to perhaps as much as 15 inches of snow. In these locales, the jackpot could be Worcester County. They could get 17, 18 inches, and then further north and west, lesser amounts. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's run down the forecast for Boston. For the balance of the afternoon, it's cloudy, it's cold. Temperatures in the 20s. Cloudy, cold overnight, low 20s, great fireplace weather. Cloudy, cold tomorrow. Snow breaks out around midday. It's near freezing in Boston. I think for the afternoon commute tomorrow, it's snowing to beat the band. It's snowing heavily tomorrow night. That rain-snow line is going to get very close to Boston. Could it flip to rain and sleet in Boston? Sure, for a time it could. Maybe going back to snow before ending as some wet snow Tuesday morning. The heaviest will be ending Tuesday morning, but Tuesday still stormy. It's windy from the northeast with occasional wet snow, sleet, and a little rain mixed in. Then it's totally done by dark on Tuesday, and then after that we have some more changes coming as we go through the rest of the week. But we're focusing on this storm for now. That's my forecast. Thanks for checking in. Please stay tuned for updates. I'm Mark Rosenthal.